Hi, this is Lydia Pandara. Welcome to my channel. This is just a quick vlog I'm doing. It is actually 3 a.m. right now, and it's November 26th. It's my birthday. I'm 25 years old today. I'm doing a quick vlog here because honestly, I do need to get a few things off my chest before I can manage to go to bed today. The reason is it's my first birthday without any of my parents. My mother passed away 2 years ago. My father passed away 1 month ago. I think I took for granted that he'd be there longer. I didn't. Okay, why is my camera moving around? Anyway, I didn't expect to be without him this year. Last year was rough for my birthday as well. Previous one as well. Because, well, of course, 2 years ago, my mother had just passed away just a few months before. But it was, knowing that he was there was sort of comforting. Because when I went to see him after my mother passed away for the first time and he saw me cry, I remember when he called me the same day. He couldn't tell me in my face, but when he called me, he told me, please don't cry anymore. It breaks my heart. And I don't know, but every time, oh God, there we go. Anyway, every time I felt like crying back then, I thought about that and it kind of helped, honestly. This year, I honestly thought I would have at least one last birthday with him, at least one last Christmas with him. He passed away just before his own birthday, October 13th, and seriously, today I miss him. Well, I miss them both way more than I've missed them in a long time. I mean, I don't remember last time that I felt so alone. And, well, I had to talk about it. I, I'm not gonna go and wake up my fiance because I'm not feeling well. And anyway, it's not his fault. Sorry about that. As I said, it's not his fault. There's absolutely nothing he can do. And he needs to sleep, and I really feel more, I don't feel like having tomorrow. Oh, jeez, I don't make sense anymore. I want to make sure he's going to be feeling good tomorrow so that if I want to go out, at least I'll know he'll be able to drive. So, um, yeah, but I felt like I needed to take a few minutes, talk about it, and I don't know, I kind of want to show you a little bit more about my parents as well. I checked my stuff. I found a few pictures on my computer, or actually in my Facebook, that I wanted to share, um, that will make a quick video that I'll be able to show to people that haven't known them. So I just really I wanted to show you that. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna put this online, but anyway, I'm not good at people. I'm not good at being seen crying, and seriously, I'm having a hard time right now. But anyway, this is a picture of my father. It's taken before I was even born. It's with my stepbrother, Mike. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much all I know. I haven't gotten any details about this picture. All I know is my mother kept it. And I just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm not cutting off the pictures anymore. Perfect. This is me with, I don't know if you see the mouse. Yes, perfect. This is me with my brother, of course, and his mother, so my grandmother. That was at 89 at Christmas. So I was barely 8 years old. It was at my Aunt Jeanette's place. I remember that every year we would go either to her place or to Nicole's place to celebrate Christmas. And I really like this picture. I really like how we seem close to each other. So I wanted to keep it in this video. This is my father with my nephew Christopher. It's the very first time we saw him. Uh, you can see how much we were stunned. Honestly, that was the first baby in the family in so long, and God, it was a perfect baby. Christopher was so cute. He still is. I mean, I remember I could, well, I wasn't even daring to take him in my arms. He was so tiny, so cute. And I absolutely love this picture. And this is a picture in Florida. You can see the nice sunburn on my cheeks with my father, my mother, and I, of course, and we're eating fondue at one of our favorite restaurants down there. I don't even remember the name. Uh, I oddly remember my shirt though. And oh god, my father looks awkward on this picture. But anyway, we were happy. We spent 3 weeks in a row on in that year in Florida, and that was such a good time. You can see in my mother's eyes and smile how happy she was. And here I am. I think it is at my father's retirement party, dancing with him. I was proud of him. I was happy with him. He's been waiting for so long to retire. And yeah, I think it's actually one of the last dances I had with him. And you can see in his face, he's tired, but he's happy. You can't really see the happiness in his face on that picture, but I remember he had a good evening on that day. And again, this is in Florida with my mother and me. I don't remember exactly where that was. I remember that shirt again. I wish my mother had kept it. I even remember her shirt. I think we got it in Florida, in fact. So yeah, that was a good day. That much I know. I can see in our eyes. I can see that I have this awesome sunburn, and I can actually remember that sunburn. It peeled about 2 or 3 times. That was really fun. And yeah, my parents and I. If I'm looking at my makeup, it's not the makeup like I used to do. So I think that was the a party we had, a little party after one of my dance shows back then. They were proud of me. My mother took some weight. She was tiny before, but now she has full cheeks, and she used to think she wasn't pretty, but God, seeing her like that, she looked healthier than ever, and my father looks so happy on this picture. And this is my mother with Christopher when he was, oh, not very old, maybe 1 years old. Again, you can see how happy she was. I think that was my shirt. I remember the shirt. I'm pretty sure that was my shirt. And that's my mother with Mishu, our first dog ever. She loved that dog. That dog for her, she always said that she had the feeling, well, she was believing in resurrection, and she had the feeling it was her father's resurrection because he had the same birth date as him, except for the year, of course. And she said, and that's weird to say like that, but she said he had the same character as her father. She really, really loved that dog, and God, it's been a hard time. It's been such a rough time when we lost him. And again, the retirement party, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. With my mother, my father, and I. No, either my mother was talking in the middle of the picture or she's getting a little tipsy, which is possible. I don't remember, but I absolutely love this picture. I love all. Oh wow, big zoom. Anyway, I love how close we are. Uh, I really, really like this picture. My mother and my father. Wait, too fast. My mother and my father when they were young. Again, I love that picture. I love how in love they seem to be, how happy they are. My mother, for the last 5 years or 6 years in her life, she wasn't happy. She wasn't a happy woman. She was sick. She had anxiety issues. She had panic issues. And for the people that believe that anxiety and panic issues are not real illness, that they're in your head and you can just get over it, believe me, I've seen it firsthand. She wanted to get over it so bad, but she couldn't. She just wasn't happy anymore. She was so afraid of everything. But back then, she was so happy. Oh, fudge. Sorry. And that's my father. And yes, that's me. I was tiny. I was just born, just newborn. And my father got major surgery in his eyes. And I remember that my mother told me that he had to get them redone a few times because something went wrong, and his doctor told him he was not allowed to pick me up. And first thing my dad did when he was home is sit down, look at my mother, and tell her, the man that will stop us from picking up my baby is not born. Give her to me. That's that's just how stubborn he was. I'm not, I'm stubborn just like him. And that's how loving he was. He never was the type of man to tell you, I love you. I think it's because his parents never really told him. So he didn't know how to express it out loud, but little things like that did show it. Sorry, I'm gonna take a 2 second break. The funniest thing is, I hate crying in front of people, but I feel that this is something I need to do. So anyway, I love this picture. This is really a very, very nice picture that I hope I will never lose. And again, my parents together at my father's retirement party. They look so happy. And I have no idea where this is. This is, I think, before they even got wed. My parents together. Or maybe shortly after. Maybe after they got wed, but before I was born. I have no idea where this is, but I love this picture. So, this is my father and me. I was probably around 8 years old or 7 years old on this. I remember that seat, that sofa. I loved it. And yeah, I don't remember when the picture was taken. Probably in summer can, if I see the dress and how red my cheeks are. So I guess it was in summer somewhere, but that was over at our place. That much I'm sure. I remember the sofa. I remember also the stores, the blinds at the back. No, I don't know exactly when. Now, again, that was in Florida, my mother and me. With King Louis. Yeah, King Louis from Mowgli, I believe. Yeah, from Mowgli. I remember that picture. I remember that day, actually. I remember I was carrying my little book for autographs from the mascots. Now that I'm thinking about it, the poor them must have had a lot of hard time signing with those big ends and everything. Look at my mother's face. Seriously. Oh, jeez. Crappy Zoom. Anyway, she looks so happy. This is the woman I miss. Oh god, I'm so young on this. I'm not even sure. I must be 3 years old or something like that. With my father on Christmas. Is it Christmas Day? Probably around that. It's not even our home. I don't remember those blinds. Actually, yes, it's our home. I recognize the decorations on the tree. Huh. I've been blinded by the flash, I think. Oh, my mother on her birthday. Again, that's, I think, just before she started having anxiety issues, maybe 1 year or two before that. She was so happy, so smiling. Well, with her little glass of wine, it could take her like 2, 3 hours just drinking that much wine. She seemed to drink a lot because once she started drinking, you'd always see either a beer or a glass of wine in her hands, but it was taking her so long to finish that glass. It was insane. She was sipping it so slowly. And again, my mother with Michu, as I said, she loved that dog. Every time we would go out, she'd carry him around if it was possible, bring him with her. I think that's the same picture as before. No, not quite. Not quite the same position. Anyway, I'm not sure. Again, that's my parents when they were younger. And again, at the retirement party, this time I'm dancing with my mother. And you can see how we are both also happy. I love this picture. It's so grainy, it's so old. It's because high quality pictures were way more expensive back then. But I absolutely love this picture. My mother, I think it is at Expo 67. She's so young on this. She was born in 52, so if it's in 67, then she's about 15 years old or 16. She's so young, but look at her. She didn't change. It's the same face. She looks so happy and so innocent. In the good way, of course. My mother and my father with David, years and years ago. My mother used to dislike this picture. She said that she looked fat. Um, Honestly, she had about only 20 pounds too much on her body, but before that, she was considered underweight, a lot underweight. So personally, even if she looks a little bit fuller, I think this picture is beautiful. She hated it. She hated how overweight she seems, and she hated her teeth on this. But I think she's still a beautiful picture. She looks happy. My father looks so proud of his little grandson. Eh, I really love this picture. That's a picture of my father I took same day here. Yeah, same as the previous one. And a picture of my mother. She was so see, she's beautiful. Even if she was a little bit overweight, she seemed a lot healthier like this than when she was too small. She was so happy back then again. Oh, that's my mother with me. No, that's Fanfan. That's my little Fanfan that I still have. outside in our backyard. I think also that's just before she started having anxiety issues. She used to love sitting there outside and just, relaxing with the dogs. And again, Florida with my father this time. I love this picture. We were so happy. And that's with my mother when we went to the botanical gardens in Montreal. Uh, my best friend took that picture. She wanted a picture of us. Now, back then, I could zoom in a lot. This is a saved and resaved and saved again picture, so I can't zoom in at all, but I have the big version somewhere. That's a nice memory, actually. Again, my mother at Expo 67, and my father with Christopher. He was so proud. It was his first little, I keep trying to say little son because that's very much how we say it in French. That's a direct translation, but it's like his grandson, of course. So it's his first grandson. He was so happy and so proud. And my mother, my father, and I, when I was, oh, I don't know, probably 7 years old on this. I love this picture. I love how happy we all look, even if my mother seems to try to, I don't know, choke me. No, she's not, of course. But anyway, I love this picture. And that's in Florida also, 94. So in 94, I'm 12 years old in February. And we're in front of SeaWorld. I'm sitting on a big manatee statue. She looks so happy. I already. No, that's not the same. That's another picture I took of my father. I love this picture. Look at his eyes. That man had amazing eyes. I have his eyes actually, but my eyes changed colors. His were blue gray, very light, so beautiful. And that's my father with David. And I love you know how happy both of them look on this picture. My mother with David. Now if you look at this picture, you can see it. She was starting to get unwell on this picture. Wasn't it wasn't the worst yet. She wasn't at the deepest end of her anxiety, but yes, she was starting to get anxiety, and you can already see she really took it took a toll on her. She suddenly looked older in just a few years. And then she was starting to get anxious, but she wasn't afraid of everything yet. But she was worrying about so many things all the time. And that's my father with his mother at his wedding. Uh, I think at my mother's and my father's wedding. Love this picture. I remember my grandmother. She passed away when I was a teenager, and but I never saw her healthy like this. I remember her that as soon as she would need to walk, I would have to go to her and help her walk because she was having a hard time. I never saw her well enough to dance, or she looks a lot younger than in my memories, of course. That's me and my mother. I think that's also, is it after a dance show? I'm not sure. I'm not sure when that is exactly, but I absolutely love this picture, and I have a big version of it, um, which I put somewhere. I don't know where it is, but yeah, I have a big picture that she had asked me to print out, and I hid it for now because since she passed away, anyway, since she passed away, just seeing this picture especially in real and big. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Now, that's my father, me, and Christopher as well when he was a kid. Again, this picture, I have a version that is laminated that my father wanted. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love this picture. That's my father and also Christopher. No, is that David? That's David. 2007. Yes, that's David. Uh, he looked so happy. He was healthy. Well, sort of healthy. I mean, he had heart issues and everything, but he was healthier back then than he has been last year. And little David looked like a little angel. That's such a beautiful picture of my father and David as well. I love how David has this look on his face watching him. And that's my mother and me at a friend's wedding. I loved her dress. It was so beautiful. She was so happy on that day. I remember that day so well. And I remember the end of the day where I had to get my hair undone, and my hairdo was really nice, honestly. But oh god, it was all in knots. Literally, the hairdresser told me you're gonna swear when you're gonna have to wash your hair off and undo that, because she really took strands of hair and did knots and knots and knots until it went all up on my head. But it was beautiful. It took me about 2 hours to undo everything. I actually was thinking that I should just shave it off. But yeah, that was a wonderful day. That's a great memory. And that picture, don't worry, it's not a real beer. Well, not quite. It's in my father's arms. That's me, of course. And that beer bottle was emptied. And I'm pretty sure it was washed out because my parents would have never let me taste beer. But I remember I kept trying to fake drinking beer, so they let me take it after so that they could take a picture. They thought it was funny. I think it's funny, knowing at least that the bottle was empty. It was for sure empty. That much I know. And that's it. That's the last picture I have wanted to show you. So I thank you for watching this video. Honestly, even though this video hurt to do, it helped. I needed to get this out of my head a little bit. I needed to talk about it. And oh god, 3:28. I've been talking for 30 minutes. Anyway, at this time I couldn't really, call a friend and say, "Hey, I need to talk. Can you come over?" Um, I seriously never felt as alone on my birthday as this year. Even though I have great friends around here, even though I have my fiance who's for now asleep, um, but I know he's gonna take great care of me tomorrow. Sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, I never felt so alone. Well, first, without my parents, that's the first time. Oh, I have something in my eyebrows. And now on my. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, it's the first time without any of my parents, but also my first birthday that I'm not in Montreal. Um, while I have great friends around here, pause time, give me a moment. Sorry about that. So, I do have a lot of wonderful friends, honestly, here in Saint Jérôme. Well, a lot. Not tons of them, but the ones I have are great quality friends. They're awesome. But some of my closest friends, a lot of them are in Montreal. And it's gonna be the first year I can't see them on my birthday. And anyway, makes me feel alone. Sorry about that again. I'm sorry for making a video where I'm crying most of the time or a lot in it. I didn't plan on it being done to, just cry the whole time. I just needed to get this off of my chest. Um, One way or another, tomorrow, which is today because it's 3:31 now, I'm gonna try my best to have a great day. I'm gonna appreciate every single friend that can be there for me, every single moment with them, for sure. Oh God, that's the anyway. I'm gonna appreciate it. I'm going to miss my Montreal friends for sure as well. I wish that we could find a way that we would all be, together. Just find a way to get them all in here and see them. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I have no idea yet what we're supposed to do tomorrow. So anyway, I thank you for watching. I'm sorry again for such a video. I didn't mean to do a video where I'm gonna cry the whole time, but I felt the need to, show you a little bit more about my family. Get this off my chest as well. I think now I'm gonna be able to go to bed and sleep a little bit before I have to get up tomorrow or today. I thank you for watching. If you have any comment or suggestions, please leave your comment in the comment section, and you can also like this video and or subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Ciao.